Hey guys, I'm Sean McLean. I'm a student at UMass Boston, and I'm here to talk to you about some of the things that are going on in the world of sports right now. From this is my peach fuzz, so you can probably tell that I'm a big playoff hockey fan, big hockey fan in general. And first off, speaking of playoff hockey, how awesome have the Stanley Cup Playoffs been early on? I mean, could the NHL have hit more of a home run with this realignment? I mean, they got the Rangers and the Flyers in the first round. They got the Sharks and the Kings, which hasn't been that good, but still the rivalry name carries some weight. The Penguins and the Blue Jackets has been surprisingly great. I mean, all those games have just been one goal games with both teams trading comebacks. You got the Blues and the Blackhawks, which has easily been the best series so far, if you ask me. Just close, tight knit games. And then you have the Bruins and the Red Wings. I mean, that's you see definitely see a new rivalry budding there. I mean, those are two teams that are just money when they play each other. Entertaining product every time. I mean, the games have been all entertaining with the exception of maybe game two, but even that you could maybe argue it was still pretty intense. But the series hasn't lived up to longevity. It's in game five. The Bruins have a 3-1 lead, and they could eliminate them in Boston. But you never know. You know, the Red Wings are as hard to put away as anybody. They have more playoff experience than anyone in the league with the guys they have, Datsuk and Zetterberg. What I really wanted to talk about was the Matt Cooke situation. I mean, what is it going to take for this guy to finally be kicked out of the league? I mean, he just got his eighth career suspension by kneeing Tyson Barrie. Barrie's out for 8 weeks, and he is a huge part of why Colorado was so good. They don't have many key defensive players. Losing a key defensive player on the Colorado Avalanche is not the same as it would be on the Boston Bruins, Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues, or LA Kings. I mean, what they do is offense, and the only way they can do that is by having a blue line that is at least good enough for those guys to not have to worry about defense, and that's what's happened. That's how Patrick was coached that team. Well, now they don't have that, and it's not a coincidence that they've gone on to lost the next two games in Minnesota after that hit. So, and all of a sudden, the momentum in that series has shifted dramatically. I mean, this guy's just an absolute douchebag. You look at what he did in a Penguins uniform, and now he's doing the same shit in a Wild uniform. And, the hit on Mark Savard is one of the ugliest plays I've ever seen in my life. It was just a disgusting, methodical play where he saw a vulnerable player that was a threat to his Penguins team. He lined him up and checked him, and he hasn't played since December of 2010. Post-concussion syndrome from that hit really is what ruined his career. And, Penguins fans and the organization and the staff try to bring up the fact that the Bruins didn't send him to the hospital that night. But, can you really blame them? The league didn't really understand the severity of a concussion at that point. I mean, honestly, think about that. And that don't get me started on that team because they're the first ones bitching and moaning when one of their guys goes down. But then they'll hire guys like Matt Cooke, who ended Mark Savard's career, and Ulf Samuelsson, who ended Cam Neely's career. And that's just the Boston Bruins. I'm sure they've done it to other guys. I'm positive they've done it to other guys. So don't go. I'll spare you my rant on that organization because I'm not here to make bones about anybody's team. But I think this guy needs to go. I try to place blame on the player, and Matt Cooke is no good for the league. He needs to go. And you need to make a statement because guys like Rafi Torres and Patrick Coletta are budding is the same type of player. Torres had that hit on Hosa back in 2012. That was ugly. I mean, these guys need to go. And the only, not the only way, but something you could do to stop this is make a statement of Matt Cooke, the leader of the pack. Kick him out of the league. This fucking asshole just needs to go. This is crazy. I mean, how many times is he going to keep doing this and he's just going to get slapped with a suspension? Obviously, the suspensions aren't doing anything. 8 career suspensions is crazy. I think he needs to go. And maybe you can stop this movement where guys feel they can take important players of other teams out of the game or out of the series, and then it makes it easier on his team. You got to play your best hockey, and that's how you win games, not by taking out great players. Thanks for listening, guys.